Now let's move on to our second main topic today. And our second main topic today gets sent in to us by Angelo, who writes, so the trailer for the Wonder Woman 1984 movie just dropped. What do you think of it? Where do you guys think they're going to go with it since it's taking place before Justice League? All right, thanks a lot for the question, man. And yes, the Wonder Woman 84 trailer dropped. A lot of us have been very curious to see how this is going to turn out. It came out, and I got to tell you guys, I loved it. I thought, now, keep in mind, it is a first trailer. I have different expectations from first trailers than I do from, say, second or third trailers. I don't expect in a first trailer to be told what the plot is. I expect to know what the movie's about by the end of the second or third trailers, but in the first trailer, I don't. So this trailer didn't give us really anything about the story of the movie, and I'm okay with that for a first trailer. What you gotta do in this first trailer, though, hook the audience, give us a sense of the feel of the movie, and give us a sense of excitement, particularly when it's a movie like Wonder Woman. You got it. Not all movies need to give you a sense of excitement, but a movie like this particular genre, you do. And I found that this Wonder Woman trailer checked all the boxes. Now, I know there are still a lot of people rolling their eyes about the fact that Steve Trevor's back. I get that. I really do. You know me with fake deaths. Like nothing, there's no consequences in comic book movies. They all come back. It doesn't matter, blah, 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 blah. We knew he was going to come back. He had to come back. Chris Pine was the anchor of the first movie. You needed him back in this one as well. Because I don't mean to go into it again, but, you know, Gal Gadot is not a strong enough actress yet to literally carry a movie on her shoulders. She's just not. You need to have good pieces around her to let her shine. And I thought there was a great chemistry between her and Chris Pine last time. I think bringing him back was the right decision. I thought this trailer was great. I really do. And say what you want about whether you think, you know, how great of a thespian Gal Gadot may be. She makes action on screen look great. She does. And that came through here as well. Because I've seen some action actors and actresses that when they try to do action on screen and they're not using like stunt doubles or whatever, it doesn't come across as the most believable. When Gal Gadot does action on screen, she just has a natural knack for that stuff. She makes it look fluid and exciting and fun, and it looked great. Like even just this shot right here, she looks like she's in the midst of a fight. You know what I mean? She can pull that physicality off, and that was a very important element for this trailer. And on that level, I thought it was great. Did they get a little corny with the golden lasso? Maybe a bit, but you know what? Screw it. I had fun with it. I thought it looked good. But here's one of the other things, Rob, to me. I think not only is this a really good trailer, particularly for a first trailer, because I'm not looking for understanding the plot yet and all that. Let that stuff come later. What I thought was particularly interesting about this plot, though, is I believe we did not just get our first taste of the Wonder Woman movie. I feel like we got another taste and a little bit more of a glimpse about the direction overall that the DCEU is going. We've known for a while now, dude, that they have been foregoing worrying about their shared cinematic universe. They're not worried about crossover. We saw that in Aquaman. We saw that in Shazam. We're now heading into Wonder Woman, and not the slightest hint, whiff, or whatever. Now, of course, it's isolated in time, but even then, they could have thrown in, and look, everybody, there's the Flash. You know, they could have done that if they wanted to. But they have carried on in this new Walter Hamada philosophy of really letting each movie just focus on the character. Character, 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 and tell their story. To hell with everything else. Everything else we'll get around to later. And I feel like this movie accomplished two things. Number one, it was a great trailer for a first trailer. I got very excited by it. And number two, I feel like it once again reestablishes the Hamada philosophy of these movies are their own movies. And that's the direction we're going. I mean, we even saw that in the Elseworlds kind of Joker film that they did. And so I thought there was a lot in this trailer. And you know what I always say? The job of a trailer is to take your excitement level wherever it is for a movie, no matter how high or low, and bump it up a couple notches. I've already been excited for this movie because the great Patty Jenkins is directing it. I saw this trailer and it looked even better than I thought it would. So it has accomplished its mission and it's moved the needle for me. I'm stoked for this film. Rob, you had a chance to see it. And I want to know, what did you think about the trailer? I also want to know, do you think I'm looking too much into it, or do you think there are little seeds there showing us the Hamada philosophy about the isolation of these movies?
Well, first of all, when the trailer first started, I heard the music, and I'm like, oh my God, they have done a symphonic version of New Order's Blue Monday. Now, for those who don't remember the 80s or weren't born, Blue Monday was not a part of New Order's album Power, Corruption, and Lies. It was released as a single, and it was mind-blowing. It's the movie that got me into synth music, really, or it's the song that got me into synth music. And when I heard them carry over and this symphonic version of Blue Monday, I was losing my shit, to be honest. I was like, oh my God. And then at the end of the trailer, they segue into the actual real version of it's playing. The kids are like dancing. It's all art. And I loved the fact that it's set in '84. That was my youth. That was when I was in high school, you know, and so many memories because of that piece of music. But the trailer ends with Wonder Woman lassoing and swinging on lightning the way Spider-Man swings off of buildings.
Yes, it does.
And I was like, I'm in, you know, flying with Steve Trevor with the fireworks blasting off the canopy as they're in the plane together. I don't know what's going on. What is that giant wall that's being blown up, you know, in the water?
Right.
I don't know what any of that is. All I know is that I was grinning from ear to ear. Bring it on.
Yeah, listen, a couple really big highlights for me. Now, I've heard some people mentioning some concerns. Number one, they didn't tell us how Steve Trevor came back. Okay. And you know what? Not only should they not tell us that bit of information in the first trailer, they shouldn't tell us that in any of the trailers.
No.
That's something we need to all we need to know is that he is back. The hows and whys, that you save that part for the movie.
I think his return is all tragic. I think it's not going to end well. He was brought back. I love Maxwell Lord. Maxwell Lord was introduced in Justice League in 1987, which I loved. And Pedro Pascal is a little goofier than I thought, but I can't wait to see what they do with him. He was on
80s.
Smallville. Yeah. I mean, he's been on Smallville and other things, but I can't wait to see Maxwell Lord. But yeah, I think this movie, the direction, it says a lot. I think the fact that it is going to be so standalone, I think that it's its own thing, which I liked. I liked the fact that she's smashing the cameras that would see her. So maybe no one really knows who she is, and that's okay.
So the one objection was, well, they didn't tell us why Steve Trevor's back. I don't believe they should.
No, why would you want that? That's part of the movie.
Yeah, leave that part alone. Just let us know that he's there, but you don't give us everything. Second complaint was, they didn't really tell us what the movie's about. Again, if this was the second or third trailer, I would be joining that, but it's the first trailer. You don't start to need to tell us what the plot of the movie is yet. You tell us what the movie's about in the second and third trailer, we're fine. The last thing people complained about, that I heard some people complaining about, was the fact that we didn't even get to see Cheetah. She's the villain. Okay, true, but much like all the other stuff, believe me, we will get a glimpse of Cheetah before the marketing is finished. This was, again, the first trailer. You know what I mean?
Well, what do fans think they're supposed to get from trailers now?
Particularly the first trailer.
It's just telling you the movie's coming out. Why do you want to know everything in a trailer?
Yeah. Now, look, you know me, though, dude. I want my trailers to just tell me what the movie's about. Just let me know what it's about. Like, I'm not going to walk into Best Buy and buy a plain white box that says $20 on it and says box of surprise.
Right.
No, I'm not going to buy that. Tell me what is in the box, so at least then I can make a decision about whether or not I want it. But a first trailer doesn't need to accomplish all of that. And there's some things it shouldn't, like why Steve Trevor is back or any of that kind of stuff. Believe me, though, this is a superhero movie. They're going to give us a glimpse of the villain. They're going to highlight Cheetah later on, but we got a lot of time to go before that time comes. So I thought it was a win. I thought this Wonder Woman trailer was a big win.
I mean, they're showing something clearly big is going down in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
I don't want to know what that is right away.
No.
I mean, I thought it was an announcement trailer. It gave us a glimpse. I love her new, more colorful comic uniform.
Right.
And seeing the kingdom
her
come.
hot girl uniform.
Yeah. And seeing the kingdom come, the armor.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. They did a lot of really cool things in there. Question is, guys, What did you think about the Wonder Woman? I understand. Look, I saw online, it didn't work for everybody. That's cool. Not every trailer does. I happen to love it. I think it was a fabulous trailer. I thought they knocked it out of the park. It did the job for me, that it knocked up my expectations levels, but it's not going to do that for everybody. Question is, how did you feel about it? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.